Bangladesh to the other neighboring country, Pakistan. It's been caught with the Almighty on the one side, America on the other. Pakistan is now officially a member of the new Board of Peace in Gaza that's been formed by US President Donald Trump. But it's leading to a huge backlash back home in Pakistan. How can an Islamic army, an army that is sworn to defend Allah, be seen as siding with the Jews, fighting alongside the Israeli army to oust Hamas from Gaza? This is leading to a huge political debate back home in Pakistan. Leaders like Fazlur Rahman, Imran Khan, even the former Prime Minister, who's in jail right now, expressing deep concerns. Asim Munir, the Field Marshal, is caught between the dawn on the one side and the devil on the other. So this is a huge Hobson's choice as far as Pakistan is concerned. It's once again bringing to the fore that the Pakistan army is basically a rent-for-hire army who will go to the highest bidder, whether it's Saudi Arabia or in this case the United States, and all principles, all ideologies, even religious sentiments be damned. But will this lead to further political fissures, both within the ruling PDM and also lead to a revival of the democratic opposition in Pakistan? We'll try and find out by speaking with Sushant Sareen, Senior Fellow with the Observer Research Foundation. Qamar Cheema is Pakistani Strategic Affairs Expert. Mr. Cheema, let me start with you first. This is a Hobson's choice. You're caught between pleasing Donald Trump on the one side, and on the other side, people like Mr. Maulana Fazlur Rahman, Imran Khan, they're all saying that, look, how can the Pakistani army be siding with the Israeli army fighting Hamas in Gaza?
Well, I think first there needs to be a clarity, and that clarity is that the Board of Peace is different from the International Stabilization Forces. So there are two things. Now, coming to the point is when the UN Security Council failed to stop the Israeli genocide in Gaza, where the Israelis' atrocities were being committed every day. I think the 8 Muslim countries, they made a consortium. They spoke with President Trump on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly in September last year. And I think this mechanism was drawn. So Pakistan, along with the other Muslim countries and Arab partners, along with the United States, were able enough to stop the Israeli genocide in Gaza. And I think now is the time that obviously this is a time for the reconstruction, redevelopment of Gaza, and to do much more and to empower the people of Gaza. And one more thing.
But Mr. Cheema, you are sending an Islamic army, an army sworn to defend Islam and Allah, to a place where you will be on the same side as the Jews, the so-called Kafirs, the Israeli army, which, as you said, has unleashed a genocide, and now you are helping them clean up the mess.
The Pakistani army has been working with the Hindu army, the Christian army, the Jewish army in the UN peacekeeping mission. This is not about the religion. It is about, and for God's sake, understand, Pakistan is not sending the forces at the moment. International Stabilization Forces is something else.
No. So that is the ask from Mr. Donald Trump. That is exactly the ask, that you send your troops, you send your men, you send your boots on the ground to help clear up the mess that Hamas and the Israeli army have left behind, and you're happily playing along.
You are confusing. Pakistan is not sending the forces. International Stabilization Forces is something else. The Board of Peace is something else.
So you are sending the forces, right? Are you not sending the Pakistani troops there?
No.
You're not?
No consent. No, Pakistan is not sending the forces. This is to be a decision taken by the Pakistani parliament. And for that matter, we have taken a decision, and Pakistan is not going for the demilitarization of Hamas. And I think we are very clear on this.
Okay, so Sushant Sareen, it's the Board of Peace. They are peaceniks. They're not sending troops to Gaza. Please respond.
So Zaka, one, I don't know if you spell board as B-O-A-R-D or B-O-R-E-D. Because considering that the chairman of the Board of Peace is sending an armada on the outskirts of or in the seas around Iran, I don't know what peace they're talking about. Second, it's all very well for the Pakistan army to prance around like it's some kind of an Islamic army, but they've never really distinguished between Muslims and non-Muslims when they go and butcher people. They've done it in Bangladesh. They've done it in their own country. In fact, just today, a human rights activist was picked up by burly army men simply because she had made a tweet, and she's not a nobody. She's a very celebrated lawyer, but she has been picked up, and all of these guys will keep quiet. So look, here is the thing. The Pakistanis have perfected this art. What they will do is they will see where the dollars are coming from, where the money is coming from. If the mullah is coming in, then religion is something which they can worry about later, because then when they go to meet their God, they can talk to him about their religion. Otherwise, the mullah has to be assured, or at least no other damage must happen to them. So what are they going to do? They are going to there will be a whole lot of uproar inside Pakistan. All of us will think that this is going to be the moment of truth for the Pakistan army. But look, when have you ever seen any kind of an agitation ever succeed in Pakistan? They'll crush it. They will crush it, and a lot of Pakistani army guys or their mouthpieces on media are already coming out and saying how good a thing it is, how much of a great power Pakistan has become because Donald Trump has invited him to be part of this board of peace. There were other 60 countries, 40 of which more consequential nations have not joined. So it is all very well for them to pretend that we will be sitting, we will have a chair on in the on the main table where we will be able to impress upon Donald Trump what he should do and what he should not do. This is the cock and bull story that they'll sell to their people. But at the end of the day, if Trump wants their army to go in, it will not only go in, but it will also take on the Hamas.
But Mr. Chima, your army has gone, to places like Libya, to Iraq, to Saudi Arabia. When Rahil Sharif, retired, he became sort of a conduit for giving your armies protection to Saudi Arabia. Now there's a defense pact and so on. So this whole idea that somehow you will not send your troops to foreign lands, to fight against un-Islamic causes, that has never been the case. The Pakistan army has always been rent for hire.
Well, I think you don't know the history. If you remember when Pakistan didn't send the forces to Saudi Arabia, even when our closest ally to whom we have a security agreement now, we refuse to send the forces to Saudi Arabia to fight with the Yemenis. We have a clarity. Pakistan does not compromise on national interest, and we have not done that.
That is not
and
true.
On this question,
that is not true. It's factually not true.
No, sir. There is a Pakistani parliament's resolution on that we are not going to send the forces to Saudi Arabia for that. On the contrary, we do send the forces for the capacity building and for so many other things. But our forces...
Sir, your mutual defense treaty with Saudi Arabia is modeled on Article 5 of NATO saying attack on one is attack on everyone.
No,
so tomorrow if there's an attack on Saudi Arabia, you will not send your troops. You will not send your troops.
No, that's a new agreement. That's a new agreement. I'm talking of the one discussion back in 2017. So I think Pakistan does care, and that we do know that every decision that will be taken that is in the national interest of the country.
The problem, Mr. Chima, is this is hiding from the real fight that's happening right now. And Sushant, please weigh in on this. The real fight that's happening is, of course, this armada that Donald Trump referred to being sent to Iran. And there's a lot of talk, of course, of Pakistani bases being used by the Americans to launch an attack to take out the Ayatollah or of regime change in Iran. I don't know if any of this will come to fruition. But the real issue is they are getting badgered by the Afghans and the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan for months now. The regular standing army of Pakistan is getting badgered by a bunch of guerrillas.
Yeah, so Zaka, look at the situation, clearly. If you look at west of the Indus River, there are large swaths of territory where the writ of the state does not run. And you don't have to take my word for it. There are Pakistani politicians from that area who say that, for example, in Balochistan, government officials cannot go on main highways because they will be ambushed. And somebody like Maulana Fazlur Rahman has already said that there are large number of areas in the KP province where the state's writ does not run. One. Second, please remember the Pakistan economy, despite all the song and dance about how much they've stabilized, hasn't picked up. There is no investment taking place. There is no Pakistani investor investing in Pakistan. There is no foreign investor investing in Pakistan. And they're giving these cock and bull stories of sitting on $6 trillion of wealth, $20 trillion of wealth, some diamond mines they've discovered, some gold they've discovered. I don't know, maybe, these are these Sheikh Chilli dreams of theirs. So what do they have? The only thing they have is a mercenary army. Are they not going to deploy it? I think that is very important. Secondly, and you have to understand this, Mr. Chima keeps talking about the Pakistani parliament. Doesn't he know that Pakistani parliament is worth nothing to nobody? It's a bunch of, losers who are out there. Nobody listens to them. The army, a captain or a major of the army can come and catch them by the ears and make them vote. So what parliament is he talking about? So forget about it. This army, if it is instructed by Donald Trump to go, it'll service their overlords in America, hope to get some concessions from IMF, some loans coming from here and there, because this is how the country survives. It
You know,
survives.
we haven't even got into the money part. You know, can you imagine? They're coughing up $1 billion. A country that's gone 7 times to the IMF is coughing up $1 billion. Anyway, I guess it's their decision. We'll leave it at that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sushant and Mr. Chima, for joining us. We'll see how this plays out. Right now, I'm given to understand that the commitment that Mr. Munir, Field Marshal Munir, has made to Donald Trump and to the U.S. interlocutors is 35,000 troops, 35,000 Pakistani troops for the stabilization force in Gaza.